What's poppin', people? It's Cage here fishing, and this is my very first video ever. So that's exciting. So today I'm just gonna go over my tackle box. The box itself was given to me by my grandpa. Really cool. He's a big fishing fanatic. Knows everything there is about fishing, and I like fishing too, a lot. But I haven't got to fish that lately because we don't have any ponds or lakes around, but my family does own a lake house in Texas, so I get to fish sometimes. But anyways, I've got a big old plano. Here it is. Oh, big, big chunky thing. So let's open it up. So first on top, I have sunflower seeds. That's a must for me. If I'm fishing, I want some sunflower seeds. So I just keep that on the top things. If I don't have any with me, then on these two top things right here, I'll keep like what I'm gonna fish with that day. To give y'all a view of the entire thing, let me do this for y'all. I'll bring it on the front. Yeah. As you see, there is a bunch of fishing stuff, but not really a bunch compared to these big anglers. But I'm getting there. Alright, to go over the soft plastics, let's see what we have for the soft plastics. Alright, so it's fall. It's fall right now. And fall fishing it's happening, definitely happening. And for fall, I have a lot of main awesome baits that I like to throw. I have a chartreuse from Zoom, a chartreuse tailed fluke. The rest of it is pearl. This is great. This is great right here for fall fishing, especially on a belly weight, because when it's on a belly weight, it flutters down like this instead of like nose down, which that just gets the fish to bite more. The movements. Fish during fall love creature baits. Another creature bait I have is a Zoom lizard bullfrog. Let me open this up for you. Here it is. There you go. Get a good look at it. It's like lemon pepper on the belly of it, plus a little like maybe like a dark watermelon seed on the top. I don't really know, but this thing is really good. I love it. I love this bait. Zoom's really cool. It's like cheap and all, but it's pretty high quality. Fishing line, I just ran out of my main fishing line, which I usually fish with fluorocarbon. So right now I just have Berkley from Trilene, the big green, the big game monofilament, 15 pound. The green color is the best color there is, and this is the best monofilament that there is. It's really good. This is a 900 yard spool, so this will last me a really long time. Here are some swim baits from a Rage Swimmer from Strike King. These swim baits have like a sparkle on top. I don't know if you can see that, but then it's sparkle grayish on top. It's shad and pearl on the bottom. So these are really good for fall. Let me get this back. Actually, I'll just set it over here. I don't want to keep you waiting. There's some random stuff in here. I have a trick worm, which looks like just like a plain watermelon, not even seed or anything. Just a plain trick worm. You could fish these all year round. I fish these on a shaky head, and sometimes I'll like cut part of it off and put it on a drop shot. Maybe like a Ned rig, probably not though, but really good bait all year round is a speed worm from Zoom. This is the Ultravide Watermelon Candy Red. Okay, so here You can fish this all year round on a basic Texas rig. The tail right here has a cut, which is the ultraviolet in the speedworm. I do have speedworms without the cut, which those are fantastic too. I love this bait from Zoom. Here I don't even know what this is. It's a bait though from, I think we got it at some gun show, but looks like a lizardish kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. I put this on a Texas rig, maybe a shaky head, but I don't know. It's a bait. It's a bait. All bait catches fish if you know how to fish them, and that's a fact. On to the next one is the speedworm, but it doesn't have the ultraviolet. This was given to me by my grandpa, which he said this is one of his favorite ever fishing lures ever, which I'm really glad to have these because these look juicy. That'll catch some big bass there. Look at that. Fish this all year round. This is a watermelon red. And this is really cool because in sunlight it's like translucent. Pretty dope. I got some more random stuff right here. This would be a jig trailer, but I think it is really colorful. Looks like actually this is like a watermelon candy, but I'd use this on a jig trailer all day long. I have a jig trailer from 6 cents. I'll put it on this jig. I'll rig it up later, but these are really good, really good, and it's not like too big of a profile, so the fish that you're trying to catch won't be entirely crazy and just nap at the tails or anything. Ooh, Zoom trickworm, June bug. These are some juicy bass catching worms right here. I do have the like the watermelon, but the June bug color, it's great. It's great for pretty much any time of the year except maybe winter. And the June bug color is just really attractive for all fish, especially in dark, cloudy, overcast days. Spend too much on that. Next we have a Zoom Z-Crawl Jr. So I like to stick with those like not as big profile baits right here. This looks like 3 inches or so. It's not as big as some of the other ones, but that's good because your hookup ratio on the big fish it increased a lot because we're not just nipping at the tails. There's a lot of stuff in here that I haven't really fished, like these. These are some Senkos, some silver Senkos that I'm hoping to fish with these, but I haven't yet. They look good, but I wish I had like some of those ones from Berkley. Berkley has really good Senkos. A good hack is you put this on a shaky head, catches big fish there. Next I have some off-brand kind of swim baits thing. I mean, like, come on. I mean, I'm sure I'll catch fish on it, but yeah, it's kind of off-brand. There is a swim bait that I have that kind of matches it a good bit right there, so that'll be good if I don't have the correct colors. Moving on, we move. Okay, so these, I've lost a lot of these. There used to be like 6 in here. They are good for fall as well, because they're creature baits, right? And when you actually put a hook into these, it is unbelievably weedless, and it is crazy, and it looks so good. It's like just a tiny swim bait, good for fall. I'd cast that on overcast days along the bank, because on those days the fish were roaming and they'd follow swim bait up to the bank until they have nowhere to go. So that's what I would do there. Here we have some Zoom Z Hog green pumpkin. This is a big old chunk of plastic, real thick. It's kind of like a beaver bait. It go right down past all that gooey vegetation, right into where those bass are bedded in. I could also put it on like I could also use it as a jig trailer if I wanted to, maybe in the winter time, but I haven't yet. But this is the green pumpkin version. And then I also have the Z Hogs, but it's like black and blue. So this would look good. There's a trailer that I already have rigged up right here. So this is a 6 Sense Divine hybrid jig, and this is the Z Hog on that trailer right there. Looks pretty cool. Moving on. Okay, another one of the off-brand things. It is a Senko, but it's a really short one. I'd probably use this for like a wacky rig. Right here, pretty short, pretty basic. Maybe use this for like a Ned rig. Cut some of it off. This would be good for a Ned rig. Yeah, hoping to get in there. It is Junebug color, which I like that. So when I get the chance, I like to fish that. Here we have another creature bait, and it is a. Sorry about the delay there. It wasn't really a delay, or you won't see much of one. But this is. I don't even know what this is. It's a creature bait, obviously. Kind of like a baby brush, I'd say. But you can put this on a jig trailer, but it's real skinny. So I'd mostly just put it on a Texas rig. Next we have some big old black things. It's a G-tail from Zoom. I've never used this bait at all. But like, look at that. Kind of ugly, to be honest, but I don't know if it works. I'd throw this only on a Texas rig. And there's some more like that too. I have some, I don't know, this packaging looks really bad, but the bait inside of it looks really good. I'd use the bait right here. That screaming jig trailer all day long. It's garlic scented, and black and blue. Looks pretty good. Next we have some Gary Yamota. This is looks plum. Looks like a plum color. Let me open this up. Yeah, plum color. Little tail at the end. Use this on a Texas rig. Cool. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Oh no! My box is tipping over because of the weight. But I don't know. We'll fix it. We have one more thing. I've never really used these for soft plastic, and it's a tube. Oh, I lied. There's two more things. A tube. This thing is covered in salt. I've never really used them, but it's hollow in here, so I want to find out how to use them. And I mean, it looks good with a watermelon, like a red type of vibe. Looks good, and it's covered in salt. But that's just for weight. Salt makes things sink. So bait companies would put salt up in their baits so they can sink. Like flukes are really salty and whatnot. Here I have some Zoom ultravide speed crawl right there. Let me get one of them out for you that's not crazy. This also screams jig trailer all day. It has the ultravide, like the speed worms that I showed you right there. You could also put this on a Texas rig. This looks really good, and it's a watermelon red color, which I'm a big fan of right there. And that is everything for the soft plastics. But we're by no means done. Let me stack all of this in there. Actually, I'll keep it out in case I want to make any examples. Okay, let me bring this up so it doesn't tip over. Alright. I'll start on the bottom. For fall fishing, this is really good. It's a 6-inch crankbait, and this color looks imitating like a baby brim almost. I'd use this all day long once I got on the bait. I'd use it with probably monofilament because you're not really fishing in the messy stuff because of those hooks right there. So what you do with the crankbait is you throw it out, you let it dive to however deep it can go, which this will be like 1 to 4 feet, and then you just reel it in. You can add like a pop or two, but there's really no need. Another crankbait that I have right here is like a shad imitation, and it's the same. It's practically the same thing, but different colors. Dives 1 to 4 feet, etc. Here I have a frog. I don't know if I'd fish frog in the fall, but this is like a popper frog. So you could walk these, and you can also pop them, which pop them makes like big old waves, like whoo whoo whoo. And these are really good bait right here. I haven't fished it yet, but I could just tell it'll catch them. It'll catch them right there. Here is a hybrid jig from 6 Cents. There's some trailers that I had over here. What's a good trailer that I would use? Here we go. Some of these I'd put on a trailer for those. I can actually show you if you'd like. But just to show you how you rig up a trailer. So you get all your skirt down so it doesn't get in the way. Just like so. You push your weed guard up and you press or you penetrate the top. Just like that. And you go up. There's no really telling when to stop. It's really just like an instinct thing. Like you learn it as you go. But right there, I'll come out right there. And then I'll bring it up. All the way up. And perfectly straight right there. It's a perfectly straight trailer. And boom. You have your jig. I have a jerkbait right here. Right there. Good, also good. This is good for winter and fall both. This looks like it could dive up to like 6 feet right there. And I have a big old walking jerkbait type of thing. A big old fella. It's actually caught on something. We're caught on this. But it's a big old fella right there. I have my knife, which is a Magnum knife. There it is. Very cool. We have that there. Very cool. I got this from my dad. Here, pliers. You always need pliers. I've got a couple of bobbers for whenever I just want to brim fish, just for the fun of it. Here, maybe catfish some. Ooh, for fall fishing especially, chatterbaits. Chatterbaits get them done. They get them done good. Okay, let me find something good. Okay, so for a chatterbait, this thing right here, when you tie it on, you hear that? Chattering. How original. But so you tie it on and you fish it just like a crankbait. There's no weed guard on the chatterbait, so you can get hooked up if you don't fish it right, which I hope I do fish it right because I love these things. But they catch big old fish. I'll rig it up on one of the Rage swimmers right here. Here you have the Rage swimmer from Strike King and the Z-Man original chatterbait. It's just like rigging up a trailer. I'll come all the way up through and then up until you know it's like right. Come out just like that. And then slide this thing all the way up that hook. Just like that. Right there, you have a perfectly, well not really completely perfectly, but good rigged up. And when it's like this, boom, Looks juicy. I also have a chartreuse one, which you could also put flukes on chatterbait. I'll show you what that looks like. This fluke will match this chatterbait because of the chartreuse tail. So I'll rig this up and show you what it looks like. Now the fluke's head are real skinny, so that's like the biggest problem, but it's not that bad. So let me go all the way up onto the thing until I know it is right. Probably just right there. Then I'll come out. Let me straighten this. And then I'll go up on the chatterbait till I get on this little guard right there, trailer guard, whatever you want to call it. Keeps the, this looks really wanky right now, but all the fish see is the tail. So there you go. Not terrible, but it could be better. But this chatterbait with the chartreuse and the tail right there looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Pretty juicy. What else do I have here? I've got a couple of just bullet Texas rig weights. Use this for my Texas rigs, whatnot. I've got, oh, here we go. Swim bait. This is my swim bait. It's the only one I have because I lost a bunch of the other ones. But you can put a Rage swimmer on a swim bait like that. You can put a Rage swimmer on this to fish this. Unlike most jigs, you let it sink. Excuse me. You let it sink to the bottom. This right when it hits the water, you just start reeling. And that is all. Dang, my first fishing video. How cool. I guess you say like, subscribe, comment below if you want, if you ever see this. Probably not, but first video of cage shear fishing. And I'd say it was a success. Got a lot through, and there's a lot more to come. There's going to be a lot more to come. Alright, peace out.